All right, man. Talk the talk. You know what it is, man. Hey, how y'all doing, man? Hope everybody's good, man. So today, continuing coverage of Cassie testimony. This is day 2, and these are all of the testimonies that she has said to the government. We didn't get to the defense yet. Cross-examining her. I think this is going to be great. So stick with me if y'all like this content. Legendary Spell, this is Torch Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know the final ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do content. Absolutely free, but if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Cash App, no more PayPal. Call me a hidden gem. I'm from 1,300 subscribers, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,000. And yes, I am the king of the north. Let me know what kingdom you from. No more talking. We're going to get right to it. So this is going to be pretty long. Not long, but long enough. And it's very interesting. So stick with me. All right, man. Let's get it, man. Let's go.
It's day 2 of Cassie Ventura giving her full testimony against Diddy in trial. And this is part 4 of her full testimony that she'll be giving against Diddy. The government asks, Cassie, I handed you 2 drives. What is on them? Messages and photos from my devices. Yesterday you testified about Sean going armed to look for Suge Knight. Sean took weapons with him, and he told you to ask about the escorts if they were
So Puffy went to go look for Suge Knight. There's one thing I said about Puff that I always said. Puff's always been a gangster. That's irrefutable. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny that. He's always been a gangster. So I don't know why people would think he wasn't, but he's always been about that action. So let's keep it going.
Cops, I would begin by saying I was not a cop. And Sean told you to say that? Yes. What happened when you fought Sean back? I did that more earlier on in the relationship, and it would make him more violent, want to push me harder. The defense yells objection to speculation. How would Sean react if you fought back? Anger. I'm going to show you the LA Intercontinental Hotel video again. Play from 143 to 146. Who enters? Sean. What's in his hand? He doesn't appear to have anything in his hand. Play to 159. Now is anything in his hand? My phone. How did he get it? Well, he took all of my stuff. Where does he end up? Sitting in a chair in front of the window. What are you doing? I'm walking away from him. Who's in the video? Me and security. And in this one, play from 531. Where did you go from the hotel? To my house, I took an Uber. Now let's turn to text messages. Can you read page 4? Please call, I'm surrounded. Who sent that? Sean. He was running around in a towel and I told him to put a robe on. Who sent these green messages? I did. I wrote to Sean that Julius left. As long as you're quiet, you can stay. Peace. And who was Jules? An escort. Is this Jules? Photo shown? Yes. Then the government then shows Cassie a photo of her in big sunglasses, and Cassie says, that's me. A selfie of me with a fat lip. When did you take it? That day in the Uber with one of my phones. What did you write here? I said, please stay away from me. And what does he say? I'm getting arrested. Was he? I don't think so. What did you write back? Plugging my phone in and going to bed. Who was at your home when you got there? Carrie Morgan. She was upset when she saw me. She called the police. Did you speak with them? Yes, I did, but I didn't say who I was talking about and they left. Why? I wasn't ready. Did Sean try to come
How do y'all feel about this? One of my friends called me up and he said that he feels as though that the government is blackmailing her to go against Diddy and say all these things. Not all these things, but basically they're feeding her things to say, or they fed her things to say. I don't know. But I mean, should we trust the government? Should we trust the same people who be setting people up and lying on people? Should we trust them? I mean, who knows? Let's keep it going. Let's run it back a little bit. I'm sorry.
Saw me. She called the police. Did you speak with them? Yes, I did, but I didn't say who I was talking about and they left. Why? I wasn't ready. Did Sean try to come to your apartment? Yes, he was banging, and that was pretty much normal for him, but this is a pretty private building. Did you hear from Miss Quorum that day? Yes, and I went to see D-Rock and his wife to try to feel safe. And I will say, Diddy's ex-chief of staff, Christina Quorum, is getting brought up a lot from Cassie Ventura. In this photo, what are you wearing? A gown and sunglasses. I had a black eye. What if any other bruising was visible? I had several bruises on my leg, but I changed clothes. What is this? Me and Sean at the after party. I'm gonna show you escorts. Do you know the name of this person? No. In what cities did you use him? New York. Who is this? Islander. He was a Latin man. We used him in LA, maybe Vegas. Who is this? We called him Tommy. Who is this? I know him as Greg, an escort in Miami. Who is this? Jonathan. We saw him in Miami. And this part that she says right here instantly makes me think of Jonathan Odie, the man who in 2018 said that he partaked in 15 freak-offs with Cassie and Diddy. And if this is who the government
Yeah, that is that guy. I seen an interview with him on on. I'm actually. You know what? I got an episode about that. I did an episode about that a while ago, and it's up on my page somewhere. I'm like, oh, look for it. Just it's on there somewhere. But I definitely did an episode about him, and he said that he was in the freak, or he said he was a sex slave and all this stuff. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
showed her a picture of, and this is who she's talking about as being one of the escorts, this is actually huge because Jonathan Odie just spoke out this morning on the news, and last week an NDA was released between him and Diddy in 2014. I'll do a video on that again in a little bit. The government then asked Cassie Ventura about another escort in a red baseball cap, and she said she doesn't know him, but he looks familiar from the freak-offs. Then the government asked her, what did you write here? This is all we do. I'm just getting back on track. I'm sure you can call Kim or something. What did you mean by this? This is all we do. Freak-offs. Did you try to avoid anything in the freak-offs? I tried to avoid kissing. It seems too intimate, but Sean told me to do it, to kiss the escorts. What did Sean ask you to do on your 29th birthday? A freak-off. He had me pulled out.
Yeah, all right, let me say this. Y'all don't see a pattern here? Now, again, I'm not saying that none of this didn't happen. I'm just saying everything is a freak-off, right? Sometimes I think the government or whoever is in, sometimes I think they orchestrate stuff a little bit too well sometimes. And sometimes I think they do these things and it's just to keep, how would I say it? It's like they'll use the same word multiple times to keep it repeating in your head. So now you just really focus on that. But through all this, and I know this is horrible, I know what he did to her is horrible, but I still haven't seen, at least in my opinion, where is the trafficking part? I mean, where's the RICO part? I mean, maybe because he's taken into different states and having multiple partners deal with her in different states, maybe that's what they would consider trafficking her. But I'm thinking that that's what they're talking about. So let's keep it going.
The blind dragon for the freak-off, some security. What about blackmail material? He wanted me to fear Diddy's team rules objection. When would Sean mention the freak-off videos? To hurt me. One time I was dating somebody else and he threatened to release the freak-off videos. I'd have to answer to my mother. It's horrible and disgusting. No one should do that to anyone. What did Sean say the impact would be? Shame. Let me show you a chat. Who's on it? Me and Sean, July 22nd of 2013. Read your message. I wrote, please delete the videos from your phone. Too many people have access to your devices. He said, no iCloud, all good, Ambien kicking in. Now they did just take a break from Diddy's trial, so that's all I got for now, but y'all let me know what you guys think about all.
All right, it's part 5.
It's day 2 of Cassie Ventura giving her testimony against Diddy at trial. And this is part 5 of Cassie Ventura's full testimony against Diddy. The government starts out by bringing out exhibits and they ask her, what did you say here? She said, I had been told that there was an explicit video out there about me. I reached out to Sean. Then what? We were driving back to New York from Atlantic City to talk to this DJ who Kid. Did that happen? At a restaurant.
All right, so I seen earlier today, Academics was talking about this, and he brought up a video of 50 Cent, and 50 Cent was talking to Puff, and 50 Cent said, "Bro, is you still messing with Shorty?" Talking about her, and he said, "Yeah." And then I think Diddy said, "Yeah," and he said, "Bro, I got a video of her. I got a video of her messing with somebody else." And I believe he didn't know that Puffy probably was sitting there while she was doing what she was doing with the dude. So he sent him the video or whatever, but he didn't know. But this is before all this came. This was back in 2013, 2012 or something like that. So, but yeah, this is crazy. Let's keep it going.
Sean. Then what? We were driving back to New York from Atlantic City to talk to this DJ who Kid. Did that happen? At a restaurant. What was security's role? To intimidate. They were lining the room. Who was there? Uncle Paulie, James Cruz. How would you recover from a freak off? I'd take opiates. I wanted to feel numb. We'd get massages, IV fluids. The chef would cook us something. How often did you take opiates after a freak off? Often. I got UTIs. Were the UTIs painful? Very. Antibacterials didn't work anymore. How did it feel during the freak offs? Burning. I would not advise it. Then the government says, let's read this exhibit out loud. Cassie then says, I have all of these sores on my tongue. I have another UTI. The government asked, what sores? She says, friction in my mouth. From what? Oral. Then in this exhibit, you said another UTI and then a sad face emoji. I was open with him about them. Then the exhibit says,
So I know what UTI is, urinary tract infection. Is it okay? So was that from you having the freak offs, or was that? It had to be from the freak offs. It had to be. There's no way in the world she would be getting all these UTIs. But I thought that was a urinary tract infection. Is that the same as actually a sexual like is like a chlamydia or gonorrhea? I don't know. I have to look that up. I have to look that up.
feel sick. Cassie said, why are you sorry? I took the blame for things. Which escort would you go to clubs with you and Sean? Jules. The escort from the Intercontinental Hotel in LA? Yes. Did you want to have physical relationships with Jules ever? No, and she laughs. But I knew him. Who was present when Sean would put his hands on you at the freak-offs? Sometimes the escort was there too. In the room? Yes, Jules. And in the suite? Yes. Were you aware? Diddy's defense says objection. The escorts would ask me if I was okay afterwards. In what cities did he put his hands on you? New York, LA, Miami? How frequently? Too frequently. What's the Abbey? A club in LA. I went there with my friend. Where were you going? To a music festival in Canada run by Drake. Sean came to my home and tried to attack me. I was thrown into a bed frame. What is this? A photo of my eye.
I heard something about this too. That Diddy and Drake almost got into a fight over her because Drake made a pass at her or something like that. Wow. This is getting crazy. I didn't know Drake was mentioning this. Oh man, let's go.
Festival in Canada run by Drake. Sean came to my home and tried to attack me. I was thrown into a bed frame. What is this? A photo of my eye afterwards. Who took you to the doctor? D-Rock. Did you send this photo to Sean? Yes, and I wrote, so you can remember. I wanted him to be sorry about it at least. In this photo, where were you? In the green room in Toronto. I put my hair over my eye, and then we went to the Hamptons. Sean wanted to have a freak off in the Hamptons. We got a hotel and an escort. Which one? Dave.
Wait a minute. I'm confused. So you got away from him and you said you sent him a picture and said you wanted him to remember this. But then you met him in the Hamptons and then y'all had another freak off. What? Like, how's that? What are we talking about here?
My hair over my eye, and then we went to the Hamptons. Sean wanted to have a freak off in the Hamptons. We got a hotel and an escort. Which one? Dave. I took GHB. I went into a G hole and I blacked out. I woke up in the nude in the shower. Dave and Sean were freaking out, and
She said she went into a G hole. What is that? Is that a glory hole? What is that? Hold on, I need to look that up. They ain't talking about that. That's something totally different. What they're talking about some the upper walls of the vagina. G hole. What is that? I need to look that up.
Dave. I took GHB. I went into a G hole and I blacked out. I woke up in the nude in the shower. Dave and Sean were freaking out and I was bugging. It wasn't pretty. Then what? I spoke to a friend of Sean's and then we had a freak off. What is this? My eyebrow healed up a little bit a week later. I have a permanent scar on my eyebrow. What's this? Me at the Canes Festival. What happened at Canes? Sean accused me of taking substances from his boat. He threw me off, but my passport was still on the boat. And were you on the red carpet that same night? Yes. Did you attend the movie? Yes. How did you get back to New York? On a commercial flight. I traded my seat to get away, but he traded to get next to me. What did he show you? Freak off videos. He played them for me on his laptops. He said he'd release them. How did you feel? Trapped. When you landed in New York, what did you do? We went to a dinner and then he wanted me to have a freak off, so we had a freak off. Why did you do it?
This sounds orchestrated. I ain't gonna lie. This sounds. I'm not saying that this didn't happen to her, because obviously some things did happen to her. But this sounds orchestrated. This sounds like they're putting her up to say all of these things. Like, I understand that Diddy's a nasty guy, and I understand this, but I'm still not convinced about the trafficking part. All the other stuff, yeah, I'm convinced about. He's Diddy. Diddy is the worst guy ever. I'm convinced about that. But the trafficking part, I'm still not convinced about that. It's too many variables, too many moving parts for me. But let's keep it going. This is gonna be a good one.
To make him not threaten me. Let's read these exhibits from June 13th of 2013. Had Sean been violent before this? Yes. Had you told him before you didn't want to do freak offs? Yes. You said you needed GHB. Yes, and that 2 escorts are not available. I wrote only Paul available or Jake the white guy, but he can't do it until 11. The other guy can do earlier. It's just one more person knowing our secret. What did you mean? The freak offs. What is SLS? A hotel in Hollywood. Why would you take...
Wait, what? Hold up. Wait a minute. What you mean is only one other person knowing our secrets, the freak offs? What are you talking about? There's a lot of people know that y'all have freak offs. There's a lot of people that know that. All the people that you say you slept with, you telling me that they didn't say anything to nobody? Like, I'm sure some of them dudes is like, yo, I had sex with Cassie and Diddy, bro. Like, come on, bro. There's no way in the world. I don't know, man. Let's keep it going.
Earlier. It's just one more person knowing our secret. What did you mean?
Okay.
The freak...
She's saying that's just like, it's just one more person. Like, okay, I don't want this because now you got too many people knowing. Okay, I get what she's saying. My apologies. Let's keep going.
What is SLS? A hotel in Hollywood. Why would you take volume before a freak off? When I had anxiety, Sean's driver was bringing me volume. It was Raheem, I think. This is the end of this part of Cassie's testimony.
Right.
It's day 2 of Cassie Ventura giving her testimony at trial against Diddy. And this is part 6 of Cassie Ventura's full testimony against Diddy. The government comes out with exhibits to show Cassie Ventura that are not going to be shown to the gallery of people, only the jury. They show Cassie Ventura the exhibit and they ask her, who is this? And she says she worked for Sean. The government says, we will call her Mia. And this is one of Diddy's other victims listed in the indictment that is going by pseudonym. The government then asked, when you gave your devices to the government, were they working? No, they were broken. Put up exhibit 602A for Miss Ventura and the jury only. What's on your skin? Oil. And this is another exhibit that's not being shown to the general public in the gallery, probably because Cassie Ventura has no clothes on in this exhibit. The government then asked, when did Sean first hurt you physically? It started in the first year. What staffers were pregnant when Sean was physical with you? Diddy's defense says objection. The government then says punching, hitting. When did Sean first use violence on you? In New York.
This has nothing to do with trafficking. I'm telling y'all, to me, this is more on the lines of we want y'all to see how much of an animal he is, and then we're gonna place a little bit of we're gonna dance around the trafficking thing. This is what it seems like to me. Now, he should be in prison for this alone. I'm not saying that. Because I know a lot of y'all jump in the comments like, no, what are you talking? You sided with no, I'm not. I'm just saying to y'all, this right here has nothing to do with the trafficking. That's what I'm saying. Him being whatever, let's talk about him trafficking. Because y'all, we already know Diddy a monster. Everybody knows Diddy's a monster. He's not on trial for that, right? Right? We can all agree to that. So let's keep it going.
City, we were in a car with his security and he knocked me around. What did he do? He hit me in the side of the head and I fell to the floor of his Escalade. In January 2009, did you attend an event in LA with Sean? Yes. What happened as you left? I had been speaking to a producer about music. Sean called me the S word. I hit him in the face. I had been drinking. Did you see any injuries? No. I was on the floor of the car and he stomped on my face.
So, okay, so now we're getting into you did hit Diddy. You did. Now, does this make it right that he beat you up like a man? No, it doesn't. Doesn't make it right. But I'm telling y'all, I see what they're doing. I see what they're doing. And yeah, let's keep it going.
How long did this last? 10 minutes, and then I tried to get away, but Sean's security brought me back. Who? Roger Bonds? What did they tell you? To go to a hotel. They snuck me into the hotel and covered me up so nobody could see my face. How long were you at the London hotel? A week, a little more. An assistant brought me ice cream. What was the assistant's name? Genevieve. Did you feel like you could leave the London hotel? No, I understood his capability, his access to weapons, the threats that he made. When you were taken to the hotel after the assault? No. Did you know that this assault incident was reported? I know that there was a blind item on the internet without our names. Who raised the blind item to you? My mother. Diddy's defense yells objection. This was before FaceTime was very popular, so I could hide myself. She asked if it was me. What did you say? No, I did not want my mother to know something of that magnitude and be in danger. And you went to a...
That's gonna hurt her right there. That's gonna hurt her. I'm not gonna lie, because they looking at it. If you would lie about something like that, then you would lie about everything. I understand that people gonna say, well, she lied because she didn't want to get hurt. Well, she was already getting hurt. That's how they gonna look at it. You was already in hell. You was already doing all these things. And you're telling me that someone asked you, was it you? And you clearly said no. So that's what they're gonna go off of. I understand that people gonna say, oh, nah, that's not right, bro. They're gonna, nah. I understand the jury might side with her still. But I'm telling y'all what the defense is going to say. The defense is definitely going to say, nah, she lied about this. She probably lying about a whole bunch of other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Party with your girlfriends, what happened? I saw executives from BET and I heard that Sean was there. What did you do? I left. I ran out as fast as I could. Why? I thought he was angry. Did he come to the hotel that you were staying at? Yes, he beat me up, he called me names, my face was bruised. This photo, who is it? Kid Cudi, we dated in 2011. Did Sean find out? Yes, in my phone. Sean went through my phone during a freak off and he found an email. About what? Taking my toiletry bag to Kid Cudi's house the next day. Sean put a wine opener in his hand and threatened me. I called Kid Cudi on a burner phone. And I must say, this wine opener part freaks me out because we have also heard about this when it comes to Kim Porter. The government then asked, where did you go? To Kid Cudi's house, and then I talked with Capricorn Clark, one of Diddy's assistants. And keep in mind, I think Capricorn Clark is going to be one of the assistants that come into play because there was a rumor that Diddy beat the crap out of Capricorn Clark over her not telling Diddy about Kid Cudi and Cassie Ventura's relationship.
But that's a rumor. Don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if they're gonna use that. I understand what you're saying here, and I'm not getting into all that. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is we don't know if that's actually true. We don't know. Just like the whole thing with the wine. Like people make up stuff and they run with narratives all the time. But yeah, let's keep it going.
Just wait, because based off the court documents and things that I've seen, I think the assistant that they're talking about is Capricorn Clark. The government then asked, then what? I went to the house that Sean was staying at. He told me he would release videos and hurt Scott and I. What videos? Freak off videos of me. Sean kicked me in the back. I got a bruise. Where did you go? To my hotel with the burner phone. The room was all tore up. Someone peed all over the floor and pooped in the toilet and didn't flush it. It was gross, and this was just before Christmas. I sent an email to my mom and Capricorn Clark from my flight to Boston and Connecticut. What did you write? That Sean said he would release the tape of me on Christmas and that he would hurt Scott and I. He said that he would be out of the country by then. What are these photographs? My mother took them in Connecticut of the bruises on my back. Were you entirely honest with your mother about the abuse? No, I said that this was the first time. Did you tell her about the freak-offs? No. And
yeah, I'm telling y'all now, that right there is going to hurt her in this case. They are going to run that in the hole. So you was lying the whole time. How we know you wasn't lying about this? Like, bro, they gonna run that in the hole. Let's keep it going.
And Cassie Ventura asked for a break. So this is all I got right now.
All right.
This is day 2 of Cassie Ventura's testimony in trial against Diddy. And this is part 7 of Cassie Ventura's full testimony in trial against Diddy. And this will be the last part of this before she enters the cross-examination by Diddy's team. So let's go ahead and get into it. And they left off questioning Cassie Ventura about her relationship with Kid Cudi back in 2011. And Cassie Ventura was saying that Diddy was threatening Cassie Ventura and Kid Cudi. The government asked, did anyone come to see you in Connecticut? Kid Cudi did, for a few days. I broke it off with him. It was too dangerous. The defense yells, objection. Sean said that he would hurt us both. Where did you go after Connecticut? I went to see Sean. He was in Arizona for his son's college. I told my mother I was going to LA for work. Did Sean talk about Kid Cudi's car? Sean said that he wanted Kid Cudi's friends to see Kid Cudi's car be blown up. What happened next? We met, Sean, Kid Cudi, and me.
Yo, oh my God. So this is where the whole arson comes in at. You to blow the man car up, Diddy? Like, oh my God, bro. Cassie, you gotta chill. You got niggas trying to blow cars up for that coupe? Oh my God, bro. Come on.
Kid Cudi said, what about my vehicle? And Sean said, what vehicle? And that was the end of that meeting. Put up the photo. What is this? Me and Sean in Kingston, Jamaica for Sound Clash. Were you bruised? Yes. And this photo, what is it? Me in Sean's bathroom in September 18th of 2015. What were
Wait
you?
a minute. I'm so confused. How you get a boyfriend and you get away from him and somehow you back with him again? How did you get back with him? You told everybody. You didn't tell your mom about the freak offs, but you did tell him that he was abusing you. You telling me that you couldn't have got no protection and throughout the whole world, nobody would have helped you. What? Oh my God, yo. I can't wait for the cross examination. I can't wait. Because I want to see what they have. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what they have. But I can't wait. This is very interesting. Oh man, I love this.
Doing there? Recuperating from being beat up by Sean in Las Vegas. We're having an after party in our suite. I talked to a producer and Sean tapped me on the shoulder and called me into our room and beat me, kicked me as I tried to hide behind the toilet. What stopped it? D-Rock and James Cruz came in. It made D-Rock sad. What are these communications? From D-Rock to me, he says, "Where you at? It's time to ice your face." Why? I had just been beaten up by Sean. Were these all the times he beat you? No, there were more. With who else did you see Sean be violent? I saw him drag an assistant out of bed. I saw him punch Eli in his head. One time in Turks and Caicos, he dragged a person. I believe we had a freak off in Turks and Caicos. What floor did you live on at Comstock? The 17th floor. Did a friend stay with you? Yes, Sean came and held her and threw her on the patio furniture out over the balcony. I saw Sean bring her back in from over the balcony and then he threw her on the patio furniture. And Carrie Morgan.
Bro, that's crazy. This guy, bro. This is nuts. You try to throw a chick over the balcony? Bro, this guy is crazy. Yeah, man. But I got a lot to say. Let's keep it going.
And I saw Sean hit her in the head. Did you get substances on your own? Occasionally, opiates. Sean would put pills in a vitamin C bottle on the sink in the New York apartment. He'd say, "You can take them." He had doctors who would write the scripts in his name of his assistant or in my name. Your brother's birthday party in Connecticut of 2013. What happened? My mother told me someone was taking pictures of me, and I went and punched her in the head. You testified that your relationship with Sean ended in 2018.
Wait, what? Your mother said that someone was taking pictures of you and you went and punched her in the head. Who did you punch in the head? Was it your mom or was it the person taking pictures? And y'all, they gonna use that too. So you were violent. They're gonna use that too. Oh man.
My mother told me someone was taking pictures of me, and I went and punched her in the head. You testified that your relationship with Sean ended in 2018. How was your health? I was sleepwalking. I had PTSD. Defense rules objection. What is this? A photo of my front door in 2018. Publish it to the jury. Why is there a knife there? Sean was coming around a lot, so I had it. August of 2018, what happened? We have a closure conversation at a restaurant in Malibu. He was trying to convince me to go to Burning Man. Were you seeing anyone? My now husband, Alex Fine. What happened next? Sean came to my house and arred me on the living room floor. His eyes were black. It was like taking something from you. You cried? What did Sean do? He continued and finished inside of me and then got up and left. Did you ever have relationships with him again?
Wait, what? So he came to your house and he arred you on your floor while you were with someone? No, he wasn't married, but what?
You cried? What did Sean do? He continued and finished inside of me and then got up and left. Did you ever have relationships with him again? Yes, voluntarily. We had a good night. I went back to his house. Can you explain why you
Nah, nah, nah. Nah, Cassie, they gonna tear you up on that stand. What? So you telling me that this guy came to your house and raped you, finished inside of you, and then later on, like a couple of days later or whatever, you had consensual sex with this guy? What? Oh, nah.
and then got up and left? Did you ever have relationships with him again? Yes, voluntarily. We had a good night. I went back to his house. Can you explain why you did that after he R-worded you? We had been together for 10 years. Who did you stay in touch with? Most people, though I pulled away. What did you message Sean about after that? Just checking in. What did he send you? That he had iPads full of images. Get him his money. Money back for what? For having paid my now husband to be my trainer. What did you write back? Do you want me to tell you the truth? It's much deeper than iPads. There's abuse more than freak offs. There was a time that I couldn't take my pain and I tried to walk out in traffic. My husband wouldn't let me. I had trauma therapy. Did you write? A book with chapters. My mom helped. What did you want with the book? That Sean read it. What pain did Sean put you through? Shame to carry the things that were shameful for him. I took on a lot of responsibility for that I never should have. He brought the concept to me when I was 22. It was expected of me, and I felt terrible. How did you get the chapters to Sean? Through my attorney, and I reached out to KK. I asked her if he read it.
What?
She said,
Bro, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This is that listen, I was with her all the way up into this. Now you're being vindictive. Now listen, I understand you've been through a lot, Cass. Yeah, I ain't trying to downplay that. But I'm just saying, this is starting to get wild now. Now you're starting to, you want to get him chapters for him to read about your traumas that he put you through. What? Like, so obviously you must be saying that this guy Diddy has been how would I say this? Diddy must have been he must have been on the right path. And you want to, but this is crazy. What?
was expected of me, and I felt terrible. How did you get the chapters to Sean? Through my attorney, and I reached out to KK. I asked her if he read it. She said it was not taken seriously. How much did you ask for the book? 30 million. Did you sue? November 2023. Why are you testifying in this trial? I can't carry this anymore. What's wrong is wrong. I treated people like they were disposable. Escorts, anybody. How many freak-offs did you have with Sean? It's impossible to know. Hundreds. After you broke up with Sean, did you ever do another freak-off? No. No further questions. And this is where Cassie Ventura's testimony comes to an end. And now it's time for the cross-examination. And I'm just giving you an FYI. It's going to be brutal. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Man. Tomorrow. It's going to be brutal. I'm telling you now. That was light work. Everything she said, everything she been through, that was light work. Tomorrow, when they cross-examine her, it's going to be brutal. That's all I'm going to say. But I want to ask y'all a question. How do y'all feel about Diddy being addicted to drugs and they're not really talking about his mental capacity because of drugs? I mean, don't y'all think that plays a significant part? I think a lot of times men, we get looked at differently, like when it comes to drugs or alcoholism or whatever. Nobody actually brings that up and say, well, this person probably was molested or this person probably, why did he do this? They don't question that. They just find the man guilty and that's it. You know what I'm saying? In some cases, not all cases, but how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all think that Diddy should get looked at differently if he was addicted to drugs and all this was happening? I mean, that's very unusual that a person would be having all of these different sexual encounters and freak offs without having something mentally wrong with them. There's something had to be something up. And if there is evidence and records of people saying that these people was on drugs heavily, I mean, kind of got to cut Diddy a little bit of slack for something. Like, come on now. So anyway, thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. I'm out of here. Peace. Bye.